Hey guys, good morning. Okay, I was looking up Logan Green. He is one of the owners of Lyft, which is a slave organization, in my opinion. But it's fun to do. It's fun to do. But I have been trying to serve him a document, which has been hard. And I started looking up. He works for McNair, and when I looked up McNair, it's National Defense University in Washington, D.C. And I just wanted to show you guys it's like these tech people. Um, let me go back. So here is his profile. And I just want to show you these weird names. And some of these people, my mom works for. So that's like when she bought me a car to drive Lyft, she's really buying me a car to be a slave. She's not trying to help me financially. So take a penny, leave a penny. McNair. When you see McNair, it's basically national defense. Hardtack. I think hardtack is, I'm not sure what it is, but look at this one. Tentacle, which will do business in California as Cephalopod Inc., right? INK. So we also got octopus and Synemia. Visual icon. I mean, come on, you guys. It's very weird names. Pinterest. My mom works for Pinterest. So it's like a direct relationship to my mother, which is why I never got paid out by Lyft when I was in an accident, you guys, when I was driving for Lyft. And I was hit by somebody who works for USC, right? Aldi Damien's daughter. And so the whole thing is like, I had injuries, but also, because I had a passenger in the car, they are supposed to pay you. They have insurance up to $1 million. But they said because the passenger took responsibility for the accident, and they also refused to pay me. And I could see NASA paying people off, all these people paying people off related to my case. It was like ridiculous. So, anyway, so I was just showing you this. And then if you go to the addresses, you can look around in the addresses. But I was just trying to find an address like here because we've tried to get this guy served a few times. And it's just been a little bit not easy, right? We thought we got him once and it looked like him, but then the guy said it wasn't him. Okay. So whether it is or not, it sure looked like him. This Havenhurst address is interesting. Let me see what else I see here. Look at this one. It's called Crooks, because they are crooks. They are crooks. I mean, they're stealing from people. So, this one is kind of interesting. I'll just show it to you. It's right there. Now, he accepts mail here. It doesn't mean he lives here, right? But this is it's Laurel Canyon and Padre. Just the way they have these names. The other thing I wanted to show you is that we served John Zimmer, and on the corner of his house, the curb of his house, it said the Cubs, right? And Mike Coulter was always talking about the Cubs, the Cubs, the Cubs. I think he's talking about the Cubs. Looks like he's talking about the Cubs, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the address, but look, it's Cubs. It says the Cubs on it. And I want you guys to start like when you drive around. I mean, so the Cubs owns this address, right? So John Zimmer lives, I think, here, right? At this address that the Cubs own. I mean, that's like so bizarre. So look at these icons when you drive around. This is who we served before. We're almost 100% sure we served him. This is John Zimmer, supposedly, right? But what we found in the case of Mark Zuckerberg is that Mark Zuckerberg is not Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is somebody else. He's a dentist who created Facebook as a SharePoint situation. And the dentists have rights to take all kinds of bones and weird stuff. So the one that's posing as Mark Zuckerberg, he's just the face of Mark Zuckerberg. He's not the actual one. So we're pretty sure we got this guy served, but then he claimed it wasn't him. He really threw a fit and called and said all these things to me. But I'm pretty sure that we served him in person, but then he claimed it wasn't him and tried to say we were trespassing and all these things. I mean, they're hard to serve, you guys. This one we got served because we went at night, but when I saw this, I had to show you that it's not, you guys, it's very difficult to realize what is going on here. So this is his other place. This is showing Padre, but it's also sharing an address with 1962, right? So this is 1962, but when you back out to it, it's Padre. And then the address changes when I do that, the address changes. If you guys want to watch this up here, when it, just to understand that it's like really weird. Okay? So this is an address. It's 8098 Padre, but Padre, I always think of the Padres, right? And then it's off of Laurel Canyon, which has a different address. So that's the way it works, you guys. So let me show you something. So this is the address, I think, now. And so what you do, if you can't serve them documents, you just, you've got to find, his middle name is supposedly Marshall. He works for the National Defense. You guys, it's not, you have to know, it's the National Defense security that is keeping people as slaves. It's not like Logan Green's fault, but he is working for national security. So you have to understand that when I'm saying you're committing espionage through the app to take away rides, to keep people's income low, it's not only about that. It's also about national security is targeting me through the app because Logan Green works directly for national security. So it's like, you just have to know like how to look for this stuff. I think this is a great app, but look, when you look up Zuckerberg, I'm not sure if I spelled it right. I think that it's, I think it's actually with the B-U-R-G, right? See how there's no jobs or education right here? There's nothing here. There is nothing here. Okay? So go back and look for another one. They only found one, right? Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg. And then you go... the one in Palo Alto is pretty interesting. And look, it says Dobbs Ferry. Don't we have Dobbs in all of the J.K. Rowling's books? Dobbs or Dobbins. We have that name all the time, the J.K. Rowling's books. So here, Mark Zuckerberg. But then here, look at the jobs. Right? But you go to social media to see if there's a picture, right? Look. Painless doctors. I mean, these are psychos. These are psychos. Because it looks like one thing, but it's not really the one thing. Okay. So that's not showing me. But the other day, I got to see a picture on here, and that's what I wanted to show you. Contact info. Names and ancestry. Jobs and education. Painless. Okay. So you go here. Whoop. And then the other day when I was looking for the photo, I found a picture. Oh, look at all these. Okay, so Openness Foundation. Openness is, it just sounds a lot like the Soros Foundation, right? And they do it through City Pass. He works for Chase, the Leadership Challenge. I mean, it's not, Facebook is just about slavery. It's about identifying who's good looking, friend feed, and then targeting those people, and they can say, well, we want to preserve them for the next generation because they're good looking or whatever. But they're actually going after people by their looks, like as if that's a federal crime, to be good looking. That's not national security to steal. Why don't you approach the person and say, we really want, oh, here. Okay. Just to show you who Mark Zuckerberg really is. This is Mark Zuckerberg, Edward Zuckerberg, right? And then you go through, right? I think it's this guy. That's who I think it is, who owns Facebook. And then I don't know what this is. I think this is some kind of like military thing. But look at this. There you go, Mark Zuckerberg. So it's like, this is not, I don't think this is accurate. I think this is an actor, like he was born Greenberg, whatever. But you don't want to sue Greenberg because he's like the face for Zuckerberg. Do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of complex to me. But I just wanted to show you that. I thought it was interesting. Okay. See ya.